What's up, you guys? It's me, your boy, again, the Hungry Otaku, and I'm back again with another video. I know it's been a minute since I recorded, and, been going through some things. But I'm back. I'm gonna try to be as consistent, a little more, just a little bit, but, in life, things happen. So today, I got chicken and rice with some broccoli. Well, let me show you guys. Chicken, rice, broccoli. We got a great value pineapple yogurt. And, of course, gotta go with Fanta, zero sugar. Definitely recommend, again. So today I'm going to tell you guys about, my last two videos I did talk about My Hero Academia and everything and my characters. I definitely will go back to that, but I thought I'd switch it up a little bit today. So today I'm going to be talking about my second favorite anime, which of course is the GOAT, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball Z. Now, where I'm going to start here is, to be honest, I never know when I started Dragon Ball Z. I think it was probably back in maybe daycare times when I was about maybe 8, 9-ish, something like that. But yeah. So the reason why I put Dragon Ball Z as my second anime is because this is actually the anime that I actually grew up with. And seeing the characters and everything and the action that it showed, it actually was pretty fun to watch. I mean, for starters, well, let me just start at the beginning. So Dragon Ball Z, what Dragon Ball Z is all about is about this alien / human named Goku, or his Saiyan name Kakarot. And he was born on the planet Vegeta, is son to Bardock, and eventually down the line, we find out his mom is named Gin. I hope I got her name right. So he's the son of Bardock and Mother Gin, who also had an older brother named Raditz, which, of course, we don't see him anymore after the first episode. So, born to Bardock and Gin, actually was ranked as a low-class warrior because his power level was about 2 when he was a baby, which back then, like with Saiyan babies, their power levels used to be maybe about 500 or more. Comment if you think I'm wrong. If I'm wrong about that, just let me know. I really don't know for sure, but usually, Saiyan babies were supposed to be born as like super strong, but unfortunately for Goku, he was ranked as a lower class Saiyan. So, born as a baby, planet gets destroyed by this tyrant named Frieza, got sent to Earth, where he adopted by Grandpa Gohan, raised him. As he was raising him, he ends up falling off a cliff, bumping his head, which causes him to lose his Saiyan heritage, or Saiyan senses, I guess what you can call it. So instead of destroying the planet, he ends up protecting it, taking out the Red Ribbon Army, taking out his brother Raditz, also losing his life in the process, taking on King Piccolo, taking on Piccolo Jr., fighting Frieza, fighting Cell, androids, Majin Buu. I'm talking about whole 9. Heck, he even went up against Beerus and all that. And, pretty much what Dragon Ball Z is, it's just an anime that has a lot of action into it. I know a lot of people get criticized that it's not, really a story to it. But me personally, I feel like the story, to be honest, it really don't need a story to be a good anime. Now, not saying it can't have a story, but it's actually pretty good. And I grew up, sorry guys, ever since I was little, I've always fascinated by it. Not by just the animation, but also just by the choreography itself. Because the fight scenes, I'm telling y'all, fight scenes, top tier. I mean, I can't say nothing won't compare to it. But Dragon Ball Z fight choreography, top tier. I'm telling you. Next to Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, any other anime that got fight scenes in it, Dragon Ball Z is up there. Or even some animes even took some of that fight choreography from Dragon Ball Z. And I know a lot of people say that Dragon Ball Z should be in the top 10 of greatest anime of all time, which, in my opinion, I do believe. But for me, I feel like Dragon Ball Z is in a category for itself. Let's say Dragon Ball Z is like the father or grandfather of anime. Because at the end of the day, every movie, every show, heck, every video game pretty much reference Dragon Ball Z. So you can't say it's not a top tier anime. I just feel like it's in a category of its own. Because you have a good anime that get referenced in so many things, from TV shows to movies to video games. It's top tier. Now, to the man who created this, Akira Toriyama, again, rest in peace. He did an amazing job. Dragon Ball Z, with the story and everything, amazing job. And I'm happy he actually passed the torch to the next person. I believe his name is Toyotaru or something like that. Comment his name for me just in case I said it wrong. So I don't want to apologize for that. But anyways, so a little about Dragon Ball Z. Like I said, you have Goku or Son Goku, or AKA Kakarot. He's on Earth. Gets trained by Master Roshi and living his best life. Even married his childhood sweetheart Chi-Chi. They had a son named Gohan, or Son Gohan, if you guys like, to use the whole prefix. So let's start this from the beginning. So Goku living his best life, married to Chi-Chi, had his son, everything like that. He goes to visit Master Roshi. Thought he'd just go by, see the friends. Master Roshi, Krillin, Bulma, they've all been together ever since Goku was little. So they come by, visit. He tells them, hey guys, I actually have a son now. Little Gohan. And so good. Anyways, I have a son Gohan. And Master Roshi picked up on the name, like, oh, so you named him after your grandpa. And Goku was like, yeah, I did. And I even gave him Grandpa's 4-star ball, which, if you've seen the episode, is Gohan has a hat with this Dragon Ball on top, which is the 4-star Dragon Ball that Goku's grandpa gave him when he was little. So Gohan meets the crew. Everybody's liking him, everything like that. And then suddenly, his brother Raditz come in, telling Goku, hey, Goku, you're not part of this planet. You're part of another planet called Planet Vegeta. You were sent here for you to destroy these people and these humans so that way we can sell this planet off. But then Raditz realized, like, but I see you done kept them alive, so what happened? Goku was like, well, I don't remember none of that. All I know is I was raised by my grandpa and I've been protecting this earth ever since I was little. So you coming here and telling me this, it not making sense to me. Then that's when Raditz picked up, like, you must have hit your head or lost your memory or something. And that's when Master Roshi tells Goku, like, well, Goku, that is true. I remember your grandpa saying that you had fell, bumped your head, and it was like a big injury. The injury was so bad that Grandpa Gohan thought Goku was not going to survive. But thanks to Goku being the Saiyan, he was actually able to recover and recover really good at that. So Raditz tells him this whole plan. He's supposed to take over Earth, and they're supposed to set it off and everything like that. And he wants Goku to join up with him, join forces. Goku, of course, resisted, refused. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not finna destroy this planet just so you guys can make money off of it. So Raditz was like, oh, if you ain't gonna do that, I'll take your son. So either you kill everyone on this Earth or you not getting your son back. So Raditz takes off. Goku decides to go after him, but not without Piccolo coming in and telling him, look, I fought this guy a little bit. He's stronger than you think. We need to join forces. Even though, yes, I'm still your enemy, at this moment in time, he's interfering with my plan to rule the world. So they join forces, go and fight Raditz. The fight's crazy. Then next thing you know, Goku ends up getting killed from Piccolo's special beam cannon. So he goes to the other world where he meets King Yama. King Yama tells him you need to walk Snake Way to go to King Kai so he can train you, because Raditz had told him that there's 2 more Saiyans who are coming who are more stronger than him, and Goku needs to prepare. So Goku does that. Goku does that, learns Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb in the other world, and then he comes back, fights Nappa, and then has that big battle with Vegeta, aka the Prince of Saiyans, who is coming from the same planet as Goku was born on. So, with Dragon Ball Z, like I said, it has a nice choreography. It's amazing. The animation is on point. There's even some great quotes that a lot of people still quote to this day. And For me, Dragon Ball Z is that anime that just sticks with you. It doesn't get old. It doesn't change. Maybe a little bit. I know in Super a lot of stuff have changed, but I really haven't been catching up on Super. I might actually do that later down the season. But Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are my goats. Definitely Dragon Ball Z, and it's just an amazing anime all around. And I do recommend for people who are getting into anime to start with Dragon Ball Z if you want to. You don't have to, but I highly recommend start with that as your first anime. And you know, and the characters. Let me go down to the characters. Okay, first off, of course we have Son Goku, my personal favorite character of all time. I have a son, Gohan, who's my second favorite. Of course, the Prince of Saiyans, Vegeta himself, which I'm pretty sure is everybody's favorite, which I can't blame y'all, because he is my favorite a little bit. He's like my third favorite. Then of course we have Goku, we have Krillin, Piccolo, Master Roshi, Bulma, Chi-Chi, Yamcha, Chaozu, Tien. You know, that's pretty much the whole gang right there. And one thing about Dragon Ball Z is that, you know, it's really enjoyable. Like, you know, it gives you that feeling that, you know, you can, it brings out your inner child, I guess I could say. And it's really amazing. And the reason I put Goku as my first favorite character is because I kind of see myself in him. You know, the lovable goofball. He makes sure everybody's protected, even though, you know, there might be times he not take stuff seriously, but that's just his nature. That's just his character. But when it comes boiled down to it, Goku knows when it's time to put the laughing aside and do what he needs to do to make sure that everybody on his planet is protected and the evildoers are not destroying his home. And like I said again, Dragon Ball Z, simply amazing. Again, recipes to Akira Toriyama. Amazing anime, and I highly recommend anyone who's starting anime to definitely watch. And like I said, you guys, it truly incredible. And I do love that there are a lot of movies and shows that reference that. And I just feel like Dragon Ball Z is definitely that anime that's gonna stay for a long, long time. And I know there's a lot of people who, sorry guys, who really enjoy it, as well as myself. So to all my Dragon Ball Z fans, I like to say that you're not alone. I am a fellow Dragon Ball Z fan myself. Grew up on it, love the animation, love the choreography, and definitely love the characters. And it's very enjoyable. And not only that, a lot of people cosplay the characters as well. And Dragon Ball Z is that god tier anime that, like I said, is not going anywhere, and it continues to grow in popularity. It's so great that Japan even has its own Goku Day, which is also incredible. I don't know if it's Japan or China. It might be Japan if I'm not mistaken. But they have their own Goku Day. So that should tell you how much the anime is and how great and amazing a lot of people love it. It's an incredible show all around. But yeah, guys, you know, and it's just really amazing. And there's something that I also wanted to leave before I get off that I didn't even realize about Dragon Ball Z. And it's about my favorite character, Goku. Goku may come off, like I said, as the lovable goofball and might not be as smart. But there's one thing that Goku has taught me, and it's this. And I want you guys to know this as well. You don't have to change who you are. You just got to change your perception or change how you go about life. And that's what Goku does. Even though he can be a strong-willed, powerful, and get serious when it comes down to protecting his loved ones, at the end of the day, he still becomes that lovable goofball that laughs, eats, and all that, trains and rests. And that just goes to show that you don't have to always be serious all the time. Sometimes you just got to know when to cool down and just smell the roses. And that's what Goku does. He knows that when it's time to get serious, and he knows when there's time to smell the roses. And we grew up with Goku. I'm pretty sure he's everybody's favorite anime character. He's definitely personally mine. And, you know, I do see myself a lot in him, you know. And that's what I love about Dragon Ball Z. When you can connect with that one character, it's perfect all around. But thank you guys for joining me again. Like I said, I'm trying to do my best to start making more content and stuff as much as I can. Like I said, it's been kind of busy for me a little bit. But I thank you guys for, you know, being here with me and everything. And hope to see you again in my next episode of more anime. And, of course, more good food that I'm definitely enjoying. So, yeah, you know. But like I said, it's your boy, The Hungry Otaku. I'm out.